evening. Maybe we need a microphone here. Good evening. That's a great start again. I had to reboot my system again. Maybe I should start an hour earlier setting things up, but it should be working properly, but apparently it did not. Let's start the show. Welcome back. Let's check all these systems here. YouTube seems to be working. Let's type something in the chat window. Good evening. Oh, my network connection is unstable. I'm not sure why. I also need to start the VM that we are working on. Dun, dun, dun. Sorry for the delay. Downloads. Use a different account. Live coder 2. Login. I'm doing this on the other screen, so you won't be seeing too much of this. Breathe in, breathe out. There we are, getting the machine over there. I also still have the snowman in my other screen. Dun, dun, dun. What kind of music is this that I'm hearing there? Stream Beats by Harris Heller. Okay, let's check everything. YouTube is up and running. Twitch is up and running. This screen can go. Let's check in here as well. Put in my multi-factor. I could do two things, delay it by 15 minutes or just do this while everyone is on screen. Yeah, that's restream is working. All seems to be working. Let's go to the code window then. Let's log into GitHub. So last week what we did was create this demo website to implement security. To implement security in the Blazor WebAssembly page of a WebAssembly site. Today we are going to move that over to the Soft as in Software website. Soft as in software.com. There are things in here like the admin pages that should require some security before we can add some information in there. So for that we need to update the databases with the entity framework stuff and bring in the API to do the authentication. So let's open two Visual Studio projects here. That's the Software in Software website. Let's close all these thingies there. Close all. Then open the other project. Oh, we have a new version. Preview 3 is out, but we are not going to update it right now. Visual Studio Preview again for the other project. That's the authentication with client-side Blazor. That should show no changes from the repo with GitHub. Let's close in here, everything in here as well, except the except the README, because that contains the link for the blog post, the original one. Close all but this. Let's go to this page, because although it's not up to date, it can be used as a reference guide. Because it does have all the steps in there. Configuring the web API. So in our website we already have an API. That's in here. With the Swagger information. So we need to extend the database used in here. There's also a database in there. There. Now the question is, how can we get that to be updated? We can do two things, because it's only seeded and does not contain any information yet. We could delete the migrations and do initial create again. Let's first check if everything is in there that we need. For that we first need the model that we use in here. Model. What's this thingy there? Interesting. Override. So we have a shared thingy in there. And here we have test client auth, so that will be put in our database in the website as well. Client, server. So where's the shared stuff? Is that in here? Where do we have the models? Oh, in here, shared. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, the weather forecast is not used in our case. So we have the user model. Let's bring that into the other website. User model. Add C# class. user model. And we put in the class. Copy. Remove this. Save it. It removes all the used namings, the used items in there. User model. That's one. Is that the only thing that we need here? Login model. Add a model there. Class. Bring in the class from here. Let's see if we can do a repro on this from the top of our heads. For this we need data annotations. It should also be in here, yes, that's true. Login results. Copy. Add class CS. Let's make some notes. Following the steps to see if we miss anything. Notepad. Let's save this. Temp. It's already in temp. Securing website steps. So we started with creating models. That's user model. Second one was login model. Third one was login result. What's the number 4? Register model. Class. Register models, yes. I already got a bedtime reminder. It's only 9 p.m. Hello, the Neo. How are you doing today? We also need the annotation in here. Save. And then the register result. New class. Started to stream early. Who, I? No, mode. And maybe it's because of the summertime. We are now in summertime. So in our place, it's now still 9:15 p.m. We had to put our clock forward. So yeah, that's if you're not moving with the daylight saving time, then we are an hour earlier than we used to. That's true. Do you also have a daylight saving time? Summertime, that is. Save this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 additional models. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's the API for the weather forecast. We don't adopt that in the other website. Oh, you forgot about me? No, I did not. But I always have a hard time remembering where you are. I think you're in Afghanistan or something. Or are you? That's because you're. Oh, you're the Belgium. That's because you changed your name. Then by doing so, I don't remember if you're the one coming from Afghanistan that we often talk to in this chat, and you're in Belgium. That's where the Kinder chocolate eggs come from, Belgium. Yeah, but you also have summertime over there, I think. So, so compared to where you are, I'm not early, or at least we are both early then. Yeah, I should keep track of all the names and site information, but then you have to sign up for the GDPR compliancy, because we're not allowed to store any personal information. So I have to keep that in my head. And I'm terribly bad in remembering facts like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 new models. If we build this, it should still build, because they are just models. Yes, that's true. Sometimes I start now. Well, not usually. I don't start at 10, 11, but sometimes I have some issues with the starting up the stream, and I also just had to reboot just before this one, because my screens were all messed up and my preview windows were on the wrong window, and so I thought either delay it or just switch everything over while everyone is online. So I thought let's just start the show and see where we end. But I also need to remove this stupid snowman, because it's actually quite warm outside. Let's see if we can check that. Let's see. Streaming tools, my overlays. I think I currently have the Christmas alert still up and running, so let's try that. If I edit that, and we can move that to my screen here, just for kicks, so everyone can see how this works. Oh, invalid token. And why is that an invalid token? because I have to log in again, I think. Twitch. Yeah, it was really warm today, at least for Dutch standards. It could be even warmer, but I think there was a huge cloud of desert storm sand. Otherwise, that was blocking the sun a little bit. So we have to wash our cars, I think, at the end of the week again. Let's have a look at the streaming tools, my overlays. Let's edit this one. Is that the snowman? That is the snowman. So if I emulate this follower event, see, the Santa Claus, that's not what we really want. We don't want Santa Claus in our stream. So we have to fix this. The other one, let's go back here. My normal overlay, my regular overlay is something like the custom Xbox alert, I think. Let's emulate that one as well. Oh, now it's showing two. Yeah, that's not what I want. It's emulating a two-way, one with snowman and one with the non-snowman. But this is the one that I need to put in. So let's see if I can get a link there. Copy the clipboard and then put that on Notepad quickly. And now I need to fixer up the screen. What is the coding window screen? It's this one. Multi-view. And you can see here my multi-view has the snowman in there. It's the follower goal, desktop clean, reset, Sony, that's my camera. Stream alerts, alert box. I think that's the one. That's number 22. Let's go to input 22. That's this one. Go in here, change that. Bring that to the new overlay. You now have a look in the kitchen. Okay. So now the question is, why is the snowman still there? Interesting, where is the snowman there? So there's also a snowman in here. Maybe I need to reload the page. 22. The snowman is not showing on the 22 item there. Oh, that's the wrong one. I'm now messing up my complete configuration. 22 stream alert box. Oh, there's a snowman. Layer cake. There's a layer cake. Multi-layer. Xmas holidays. So where do I use the layer cake then? You think streaming is easy, but do we have a layer cake in here? There's a layer cake. Snowman is gone. If you want or not, he is gone now. The alert box is still in there. Let's try that. Emulate. Follower event. Oh. That's working. I'm only missing all the icons flowing through the air. Like this. This is the layer cake, the previous one. Yeah, the other one's only showing the Xbox alert. Oops. So let's have a look if we can do something about that. Where's the layer cake? That's number 27. That's part of the other one. Let's have a look at the Christmas holiday alert again. This also had a snow in it. Alert box. That's this one. The alert box settings. Position and style settings, like follower alert. That's the pop-up of the Christmas. Animation settings. Variations. No. Settings and style. I really don't know where the leave. I thought that was part of the Capuchin thing. Well, at least we got rid of. Oh, you're still watching this in the black screen? Oh yeah. Thanks for warning. That's the that's the other screen. Xbox alert. This one is the other one. Capuchin. Where is the code window? That's this one. That has this one in it. That's the layer cake, social media. Oh, the alert box is disabled. Why was the alert box disabled? Let's try this again. Xbox alerts. Emulate. Bobster. Who is Bobster? I'm not sure the other one is showing all the icons on screen. Settings. That's nothing. I really don't know where it's where they put it. Oh. Set image, change video. Oh, there's more below. Blue thing. Username. I really don't know. I'll have to find it out off stream, I think. I'm not sure where it's stored. At least the snowman is now gone, I think. I have to update the reset the stream element thing. Close, close. Activity feed. Let's reset the data session. That should remove all the other people from the list. And let's update the page there. I think this one, reload page. That should reload the list there. Can we see what that is? Yeah, Goshinki OP, that was the one, the last follower, that's right. I hate UWP, it's gone. It's not officially gone, I think. I think it's what they call it's on maintenance mode. Okay, let's continue with this. I brought in the security tables, and now let's complete this list as well. User model, login model, register model, and register result. We already have the entity framework in place, I think, for the database. Where is it? Server. That's entity framework, SQLite, SQL Server. We don't need SQL Server, but we do need SQL Server tools. And not SQL Server tools, but we use tools. Swashbuckle. Let's compare this with what we have in the other side. SQLite. The tools are not in here. I also have an in-memory thing there. I think that's not needed anymore. Also, there's an let's go to Nuget packages, because this one, I think this has an update. SQLite. Oh, there's even a SQL 604 version update. Okay. Accept. Maybe we break everything, but we'll see. This one is also a newer version. Let's do the update while we are at it. Update. Okay. Accept. What's this? The design entity framework design is also updated. Accept. It would be more useful if I just do this. Oh, there's also an update for the Google API. Shall we try that? All packages update. See if it's breaking. Okay. No more updates. Let's see for the other components. Shared one, I don't think that has Nuget packages. Nothing. And the web. Nuget packages. There are a lot of Nuget packages in there. 5. Updates to 604. And the API as well. Okay. Accept all. No more updates, so that's good. Let's check if everything still is able to build. Save it all. Let's build it all. Still working. Let's also run this. Make a note in here. Update all Nuget packages. That's the production thing. Didn't I start the project? Did it exit? Let's try again. Hey, it did exit. Oopsie. Okay, let's start only the API to see if that's working. Tools. Options. No, it should be on the project, I think. Debug. Startup. Starting both. Let's make that a single one for now. Only for the API. The API is depending on shared, yes. The web is based on the API and shared as well. Okay, let's see if we can just start the API. That's running. Try it out. Execute. Elgato Lite. So the API is working. So it looks like the maybe the YouTube API is not working. Can we check that as well? Yeah, we can. Get YouTube playlist videos. Try it out. Execute. That's also working, so that's not the problem. So the problem is in this one. Stop this again. Let's clean the process here. Go back to debug. Options. No, not debug options. It should be debug. No, this one. Properties. Project startup. Multi-startup. We start with the API. And the second one is the web. And the dependencies for the web are the API and shared, so that's also good. Let's run this again. See why this is failing. And it exits again. Do we see why it's exiting? Just my code is enabled, that should not be a problem. There's an issue here. What does it say? The target process exited without raising core CLR started event. Ensure the target process is configured to use .NET Core. If this may be expected if the target process did not run .NET Core. Let's see what the changes are in here. 6.0 maybe. WebAssembly. Do that later. I don't want to update it right now. Let's try and create a new WebAssembly project. See what's the outcome for that. See data, repos. That's the issue when you get just get to update your components. Everything can break after that. 2022.04.12. Copy. Create a new project. Blazor WebAssembly. Next. Test. New WASM. Next. Not hosted, configure HTTPS, so that should be enough. Why is it not getting into the fixed window there? Where's my Fish Studio there? New wasn't there. Oh, this is also creating 602. Don't I have 604 installed then? Let's try this with 4. Let's do the other way. Do it like this. Nuget packages. 2 updates. Select all. Update. Run this. Let's see if that's running. See, that's also failing. So apparently 604 is not running. The target exited without raising insert blah blah blah. .NET exited with something like this. Oh, that's all outdated. I don't think that's not working. Blazor. I think this has to do with the bug that was found last couple of weeks. 604. See if I can find the issue. starting Outlook on my other screen. Let's see if I can find one of the issues there. Let's find the WSS, I think, was in the message. Yeah, Developer Studio. View comment. Where is it opening? Oh, there. It's opening over here. Not sure if that's the same error. At least this one starting. Mind you, this rollbacks .NET to 6.01, but 6.02 was working, I think. Let's try that. This one. We restore that to 644. How did that update to 644? Did that actually happen? If I change that back to 602. It's now running. Yes, it's now running. Got it. That's running. So what if I now do the same thing again, back again? Manage Nuget packages. Show those again. Select all. Update. Okay. Accept. There's no 44 there. What's the private thing there? Private assets all. F5. That's not working. So this is failing with 604. Three. Let's check What SDKs are installed here? .NET. Something like list SDKs, yes. List double dash, yes. List SDKs 603. Okay. So we don't have 604 installed. That changes things. So that's annoying why Nuget is showing 604 while it's not on the machine. So let's go back to there. Let's have a look at the components here for the web. 604. Let's make that all 2 again. Let's do the same for the API. Let's build it. Let's have a look at the changes here. API project that has now only YouTube API update and swashbuckle update. That's a new model, new model, new model, new model, new model, and then we have this one. It still was still 601, 602 now, 602. I wonder why the extension caching memory is not 602. But I don't think that's used either. Although it might be used somewhere. Let's start with closing my Outlook again because that's a memory hog. Yeah, let's try this and quickly have a look at the packages for both items. Nuget packages. Make this a little bit smaller. And then let's have a look at this one, entity core. Well, last table 604. I'm not sure if that's stable. 604. And the other one. Nuget packages there. 6.2, 6.2, 6.2. We put everything on 6.2. Installed. The caching memory thing, that's only available to 6.01. The extensions also only available for 6.0. So let's keep this on 6.02 for now until we update the version. So let's try and run this. We're getting a bit further than a couple of minutes ago. Now we also have a gear item, YouTube video. True, this works. And then we have the website. Does it still? Yes, also showing everything. Let's have a look at the gear items here. That's still working. Good. So that's all working. Oh, don't close Fish Studio. Darn it. That was one X too many. There. So let's have a look at the project here, the API compared to this one. This will need the authentication JWT bearer. I think this is all 303. Let's try. Let's go by the documentation here. New web API, and in this case we had put in the JWT bearer part. This one, copy. Nuget packages. Search for that. 604, let's keep it that on 603 as well then, for now. Okay, accept. WebAssembly server, I think that's already in there. Oh, that's a WebAssembly server. That's because of the client, I think. Let's have a look here. The API. This one. I think that's no longer needed. Entity Framework Core. Identity, where we need to do identities. I think if we look at the thing here, setting up the identity database connection string. Configuration. Identity user. This will create a database in there. add authentication. Let's turn this around. Configuration, there's the configuration. Adding the account controller. Register model, there's a model. The login controller. Login model, login results. This is the client side, so we have to walk back. So the login result that's in there, that's done. Login result, that's this one. Oh. The login model. And to use the login model, we have to do login. Let's have a look in the API there. Where's the API? Server there. We have controllers. There's the login controller. So we're now mixing from the manual API to software. This one. Next to the data, we are going to put a folder in there. Add folder controllers. And we put in the login controller there. Let's see what you get if we do this. No, let's don't do that. Let's make that empty one. How's this one called? Login controller. For that we need the API controller and a route. No, not X. Let's copy. This. For that we need the sign-in manager. Sign-in manager in this case is from ASP.NET Core identity. That's this one. Copy, so we need to bring in the Nuget package thingy there. Identity. Basically these two, copy. Yeah. Let's make that O2 for now. the other one, the UI part. Also 602 for now. Now we could solve a couple of things in here. Sign in manager, control dot. Core identity. Then we have some login models from the shared thingy. And we're missing the claim here. This one is from peak definition, part of security claims. This is the other one. Claims. That's in, I think in this one. Tokens. Or this one. Let's see if we have them all in place already. Let's see if I got this one already. Copy. That's installed. Let's also bring in the Microsoft Entity Framework tools. Copy. While we are at it, update because of the 602 thing. But I want to update my Visual Studio first before I move it over to 604. Let's build it, see where it fails. Claim should be in the use area. This one. Security claims. This one. Asymmetric security key, that's the tokens, I think. Yeah. Microsoft Identity Model tokens. It's interesting, it did not have the JWT in there. JWT. Yeah, are we going to solve that? Symmetric security key. Let's see, identity, MVC, tokens. Oh. Which one is this? This is the other one. So let's go back there. System identity. ASP.NET Care Core, .NET Care, .NET Core, and the identity model tokens. We do need that apparently. That's solving a lot. MVC tokens. This using shared. Why is it not doing this? Because the model, yeah, it should be in models. Shared models. Now we have encoding. System text, that's this one. Okay. Let's build to see that's working. That's the login controller. Add in another class there. What's the name of the other one? The accounts controller. This should be undo. Git undo changes. API controller, accounts controller, copy. Bring in the annotations. Copy. The models. Should be able to do the same thing without the MVC stuff. Accounts controller. Why is this squiggly? Oh, that's duplicate. Like this. Build. Let's see if we have this all in place now. So we put in login result, login model, then implement the login controller. controller. Then the register result. And register model. Then we need a controller for the accounts controller. And this should be put in the middleware. Where's the user for the database there? That's not showing. User model. There's user model. Looks like it's hidden somewhere. It's not in the documentation at least. But it's used for the accounts controller that needs the user model. Because you need to register user, and if you do register you get some result. And later on you will be logging in and then you get a login result. Now let's put in the middleware there. And we have to go back for here because that's significantly different if you compare it to the documentation on the blog post. Scott, there you are. How are you doing today? Cozy. Craggy cozy. I think you are from Denmark, aren't you? Trying to remember all the chatter people, the location. The Neo is from Belgium. Officially, I'm not allowed to say that, obviously, but GDPR-wise. Now I'm relaxing and heading to bed, but I'm chilling watching stream for now. I'm chilling building some code, or maybe I should say moving code from one project to the other. Because last week we created this security thingy where you can log in as a user, and I'm now moving that to my website as well. First adapting the API for that. So let's see where the services are implemented here. That's the part for this. Use authentication, use authorization, use authentication, use authorization. That should be after the user routing. This is the website. The question is, do we have a routing in here? I worked with that like a couple of weeks ago. API JWT for my Blazor server project. Yes, I remember that. Did you get it to work? Map-get. There's the run. Should be somewhere before the run. And we have to put in the properties for the key. That's the app settings. bring those over from here as well. This part. Yes, the Blazor project is done. Now I'm doing Maui. Yes, Maui is close to getting general availability. I think they I guess this will be around build or something, or otherwise in November. I'm not sure. I think they are finalizing things, but I heard there were some issues with the latest build. We had some hot rebuilds, not hot reloads, but hot rebuilds for Visual Studio to fix it. Q2, but Q2 is that's Q4 for Microsoft, isn't it? Microsoft financial year. Microsoft financial year runs from July 1 to June 30. So we are basically already in Q4 for Microsoft. That is kind of tricky. They have a broken year. Copy that and bring that in here somewhere. Oh, new merchandise is here. I always look at it. I set that up years ago. Can I move that to here? I should order my own mug. This one or this one? $15 for one coffee mug. That's a lot. I'd rather prefer one of the shirts, I think. 25. What's the you have to also send the ships to USA and Europe. I should keep my I regret choosing Maui. How come? Is it so difficult? Where's my stream merchandise link? I want to keep that link for myself and order one of the shirts for myself. Maybe a couple, so I can wear them on stream. That should be fancy. Let's put that in my notes here somewhere. Where are my notes? Oh, there, around the corner. Merchandise. I think I copied it, but oh yeah, I did copy, but it was just slowing down on pasting it. Many bugs and errors, not many components working, hot reload is not working, and more. I know, there's a lot of things going on at this time with Maui. That's probably also the reason why I haven't been looking at that, because Blazor itself is already sometimes a bit buggy. So even oh, there's the localhost issuer. I wonder what I need to put in here when I deploy this to the website. This should also be in the Azure Vault. But just for now, because there's nothing critical in there, I want to just check this and see if it's working. So let's go back to the documentation there. This one. It should be in Azure. You can put in anything in Azure. Oh, that's the one that will end up in the token, I think. But best practice is the website for the JWT generator API website. And API website, I think that's also somewhere in there. I should look it up in my Azure thingy, and then replace that indeed. As this one. You can put that in for just for kicks. What's the JWT audience? Where does it stand for? That's a recipient, isn't it? Like the soft as in software.com, something like that. Random, really secret. Key. That will give him something to do, as well as the audience. But it's the audience. That's I would think that's the consumer, the WebAssembly, the WebAssembly website, like this one. This is the API on the Raspberry. I think I can just open this on Azure. Oh, it's not. Why is that not to be found? Maybe because it's not allowed. It's a 404. Yeah, that's not found. Oh, interesting. Yeah, it's not found. But why is it not found? Because if it's using this one, soft as in software, I think I have it restricted to just this origin. Oh, why is this not updated either? It's not showing the live stream for today. That's interesting. Well, let's leave it for now because it's not that important. We got this in place. That's in place. And we have to configure services, add authentication. That's now in some different location in .NET 6. This is the demo. Where's the server? There. Let's see, we have the default connection. We also have that with the database. That was already in there. Oh, let's go in here. The API settings, program. That's the gear DB context. So we might need to change that. Application DB context. That's basically the same thing as the gear DB context. Use SQLite. We're using SQLite here as well. Default connection. Connection string enables data logging, that's the same thing. And then we don't use SQL Server, but we then will bring in the identity and authentication part. Copy after the DB context. Why do we have a swagger in here then? Oh, just below that. Yeah, so that will be the same identity user. Solving that. And this in this case would be DB context. Then this one should be GAWT bearer. Token validation parameters are part of the tokens again. Encoding the system text. Yes. That's about it. So that's the add authentication and the... Oh, that's the only thing here. Now we need to... Well, this one, the database context, that's the same thing. Configuration is automatically done these days by .NET 6. Save. Let's try and build this. Oh. So now we have the API in place, but the database is not there yet. Well, the database is there, but it does not have the user tables in there. What does it say? AI, yes. Yes, I want to enable my AI. Why is it asking that every time over and over again? Because now, if I run this, it will probably fail on the API. Because the users are not in there. It should give us some API options. Swagger. We now have a login and accounts thingy there. With a login model, a register model, and a... Why is the weather forecast still in here? Did I start the right one? No, I did not start the right one. That's the old one. Not the old one, that's the demo. Let's see, this is the demo. Let's try and build this. Where were we? Did build. Let's run this and see what the Swagger will show here. There's the API accounts thingy, and there's the login, the YouTube playlist. These are get items, the other one are posts. Login. This will obviously fail if I try this. Then let's see. Jake at docus.nl, and the password is something secret, and confirm is also secret. This should fail. Error. Response status 404 not found. That's good. Now we have to see if we can update the database. We can do two things. We can completely drop the database and try to rebuild it. Do we dare to do that? I think we can try it. Because we have everything checked into GitHub, so we can always revert it back. So let's have a look at the documentation here, because this one was mentioning add migration create in identity schema. That will create the identity schema. Where's the update? Update database to apply the migration. Question, will it also be rebuilding the gear list table? I think it must be in here somewhere. Extensions. Creative not exists. DB initializer. If context gear list any, then returns, otherwise it will generate all these items. Well, we can just throw the migrations out. Created some nodes there. No. Nodes list. Searching somewhere, but I don't know where. Let's see if I got some documentation in there. Because if I just remove the migration there, I wonder where my show notes for this database creation thing is. Because if I just do delete these, and throw the database out. If I just run this, it will only create the gear thing, I think. Creating the database. Copy. Already started to build. Let's see what we do get now. Toolbox. What's the toolbox here? No. Research view. Data source. I thought I had a viewer for this as well. I think it recreated the migrations, gear context, and the create identity schema. Let's just run update database and see what's happening. It did create something. Let's try the API. Let's see if there's something in there now. Like accounts. Login. I'm missing the register thing. Register there. Let's try this out. Gear list. I'm missing a few APIs. Is what I think. Stop this. Also, I should have some SQLite viewer. Did I already install that previously? Tools. SQLite viewer. Visual Studio. $70,000 times. SQLite and SQL Server Compact Toolbox. That's 1 million times. Download. I think I already did that previously, but I'm not sure. Open. Initializing. I really like that auto icon emoji. You have a lot of this Grari sub emotes. So what is he doing? Is that a developer? Oh, he's a gamer, Overwatch. Oh, and I don't know him. 291,000 followers, and I don't know who he is. That's what you get when you're in this small developer community. Why is this thing so slow? It's already installed. Okay. To all applicable products. Okay. And how do I access that then? XD. He's probably even bigger. Apply. 32,000. He's also a gamer. View Server Explorer. Which one is my project? The other one. View Server Explorer. But I have my Server Explorer here somewhere. Oh, it's not. Why is my Server Explorer not there? The servers, live coding. That's SQLite, I think. But what if we just can we do just something like this? SQL Server Object Explorer also user. Yeah, but this I'm using SQLite here. So where are these extensions? Manage extensions. Installed. SQL, there it is. But yeah, is it up to date? It is. The question is, where is it? Extensions, tools, SQL Server. No. Yeah, there it is. Control Q and write SQL, right? So here it is already. But that's SQL compact. Can I just connect to SQLite? Come on, add SQLite. I'm clicking, but nothing happens. I think it's this one. SQLite connection from current solution. I have my current solution. But it's not showing it here, so let's try that then. SQLite connection. Browse. Soft in software API. Data. There it is. I believe that's okay. Test connection. Test succeeded. Yeah, close. There it is. Tables. And we do have a gear list. That's good. But we don't have all the I would expect also to have all the user things in here. Why did it just create the gear list thing? Gear lists. Is that because of this? Is there also information in the gear list? No, it's empty. That's what I expected. The users are not in here. Why are they not in there? Which one did I open here? Not in here. This one. That's a dummy file. Close all tabs. We do have migrations in there. There's nothing in there. Oh, it's in here. I previously had them in here, so I think the command was not right. There's a db context. Let's have a look at the other project there. Application DB context, there's the application DB context. That one is an identity DB context. So should I create two then? I think so. This is a DB context. This is an identity DB context. That's all in the data folder. So let's bring in two then. So this the gear DB context should be moved to the data folder. Bring that to the data folder. Okay. Yes. Here item is the model. Now, if we just want to another one, add class application DB context. Copy that. Now we have to specify this one. DB context options. Same thing. Now the question is, can we put two of these in the one API? Let's first try to build it and see what the thing is there. Programs. just add 2 tables there, but for now, let's make them separate right now. For the first one, default connection. Make that identity connection. Identity connection for now. We do need to refactor all these things. First of all, I want to mix them into one. If that's possible. So we add another context there. The application should be identity connection. Is this the right project? No, it's not the right project. This one. Now the identity user should be using the application DB context. It's a bit confusing. Because I want to mix them into one. This is using the authentication part. So if I close this connection again, now if I do kill the migrations again, migration data now. Delete. So we now have 2 contexts, the DB context and the other one. And we have a DB initializer for the gear list. Go to the documentation here. Let's first start building the identity thing there. Where is it? There. Where did it go? Here. Data migrations. Copy. More than one DB context was found. Specify the one to use. Use context parameter for PowerShell commands. And dash dash. This is PowerShell, I think. Is it PowerShell? I think it's PowerShell. Context. So now we create two contexts. Application DB context. And do another one for gear DB context. No, we don't need that. Let's first do this and see what it creates. Yeah, same thing. Context. The other thing, I think from the top of my head, is just create migrations. Create initial migrations. Excuse me. Blog. Install the tools. It's for migrations. Initial create. That will probably also do the same thing. It will complain about one, I think. Oh, yeah, it's complaining. Initial create, that would be gear DB context. No, that should be O. No, not O. Context. DB context option passed to the DB context must be the DB context options gear DB. When registering multiple context types, make sure the constructor for each context has a DB context options T context parameter rather than non-generic DB context options. Okay. Let's first have a look what we have now. We have a software DB thingy there. And an identity DB. update database. Where is it? There. Create identity schema. Google. Identity schema to existing SQLite database. How to create ASP.NET identity tables inside an existing table. Update database. Create a brand new and temporary project to use a template what likes your existing project. When creating a new project, you must choose the option has identity and individual. You already have a project. Add scaffolding items, choose identity. By the way, initial create is just a name. Yeah, that's what I discovered also, because this this thing is just the name for this migration. But obviously I already have one. Can be anything. DB context options gear, DB context in line 9. Add migration by new update to database context. So you're adding the second context to the existing one. The add migration is that's inserting a new thing. To run the script. Updating a database is by changing the name of the migration to initial create 2. Yeah, that's adding a new migration. So how do you add a new table then in the second migration? DB, you're adding a second context to the. Because the one context I'm using in here is, this is just a DB context, and the other one, that's an identity DB context. So how do you merge those? So let's kill the migration here again. Yes, that's the website. And we kill the database here, identity and software. So I have two contexts. One is the identity context with the schema for that. The other one is the gear DB context, basically the list of gear items. And now I have nothing. So if we start here, like this, create identity schema, this will just output it into data migrations, but it will complain on the second output. You're missing two things in your context line 9. Where's my thingy there? Here. That's the wrong one. This one. Line 9. Yeah, what it's saying is, yes, exactly. It's what it's saying is in this here, what you see here as well. It says if you have two contexts, then you have to specify the type of the context parameter there, rather than a non-generic one. So this should be then something like what was it? GearDB context, yeah. DB context options. Oh, in here. So it should be. Is that what it says in here as well? DB context, yeah, DB context options, and then that's the same thing, I think. Like this. Then this one, to make it possible. Yeah. So that's the way to identify two of these options, two of the contexts. And this was run after add migration initial create. So now I have nothing, but I have two DB contexts with a specification for the specific context. So now I need to do the two things. Add migration, the initial one, this one. CLS. Oh, what's happening? That's not what I wanted. Yeah, right. Let's see if it messed things up. No, it did not. To migrate or update the database, right? Add migration, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Yes, indeed. So the first one, oh, where is it? It was already there. Copy. Is this the, yeah, that's the right one. This should have the context for this one. Yes, exactly. So this is the first one, add migration for context application DB context. That should create a schema. Oh, and I now have two databases. Maybe I want to have one, but let's first start this one. So let's copy this one, copy, and then make that create gear list or something, output folder, and then bring the context in there. And let's see what missing in your thing, DB context indeed. DB context as the other one. This one, copy. That's what I love doing this live streaming, because you get all the assistance from everyone. And that's like this. Contains migration for different DB contexts. This can result in the migration. I recommend to put migration different DB context classes into different namespaces. That's interesting. So what they say is that you basically should fix them both in a separate area. So let's update the application context, DB context. That's building it. Done. Then the other one, gear, what was it? Gear DB context. Now we got another table there. So now we have two separate contexts. Let's have a look at that. Browse, API. Why is there a mobile thing in there? I wasn't aware that I created a mobile thing. This is the identity thing, test connection. That succeeded. Now close and then do another one. Browse, API, data, and that's the website. Test connection, yes. Close. Now we have both. Let's see what's in there. There we have the users and roles and things in there, and the other one is the gear list. Yes. Cool. That seems to work. Now the question is, can we also use this? What I was missing is the APIs for the get interfaces, I think, in here. This is the counts HTTP post. Then login controller, HTTP post also. I think the let's have a look at the other one. API there. Because if I run this one, let's check that if that's working. Running out of water. This just there's no get items here either. That's the client, the test item. So let's have a look. Let's see if we can do something here. This one. Let's see if I can get my gear list to be created. If I run this, will it also create a gear list? Let's break it on the gear option. F9. This will reset it if I want to. Is it this one? Yeah. Gear. Loading. Nothing happens. Just stuck on loading. Or is it building the database? I think I messed it up. Because it's not triggering. Let's see where the references are there. Oh, I just have the getting things in there, so that should fail. Because I disabled that for production. Let's stop that. Let's uncomment this. Create database if not exists. But it can only create stuff in there if there's an API available. Okay. Did I rename that GearDB? I think I did. GearDB context. Is that actually meant to be the context? Apparently not. Oh. So it should not uncomment the comments. More comments in there. Don't think so. Let's format it again. I think it should be the context, as you can see here. Then what should the gear be then? Gear list maybe? Gear item? Where's the model? Gear item, I think. Gear item. That's looking better, I think. Build. That's reinstating the API again. Let's F5 this. Let's see if it now breaks into the initializer. Now we have all the get and delete delete items for the gear items. Gear. Why is it not starting that? Is that also commented? Let's go to the gear page there. Let's go in there. Breaking client factories null. API is created. Gear list. Then it gets the gear list. F11. Why is it not going in there? Oh, it is. Something happening. Zero items. Let's see gear lists. Get async gear list, and if it's not getting anything, then it should generate the gear list. Where's the API for that? Gear list. This one. So how do we trigger the initializer then? Solve problems, create a web app, setup, layout, Nuget packages, create a database model, that's in there, enrollment entity, create a DB context, that's also there. Model creating, register the context, that's also done. Connection string, initialize with test data. That should be this one. Searching for this. Copy. This one. Looks like this will be done if the database is not there. So if we just kill the database there, let's see what happens there. Let's stop this first. I think if we just kill the database, that's probably, yeah. Now let's run this. Let's see if this can be stopped there. 5. Let's test the gear. Let's see if we got something there. Try it out. Execute. Now we do have items. So if we go into the website, we also have the gear list again. There it is. So now we have 2 DB contexts in place, but now we need to build the pages in the website as well. I think we need to change that over to next week's run, because Thursday will be the Office Blazor conversion, not for the website, but this is a good start. At least I'm able to generate the database again. So instead of running update database, we just run the database initialization there. No, not this one. To initialize all the items in there, and we have a database available for the initialize, for the not the gear but the application DB context, identity DB context. So that's also in place. I just need to check if we can also put it in one DB context or not, and if we should put them in separate namespaces as the tool suggests to do. Scott, yeah, what's this I can do? Seems good, yeah, that really seems good. I'm very happy with that. There's still a lot to do to understand with how the migrations are working in combination with the identity DB context. Because preferably you would, I'm not sure if it's preferably, but I think you would want them into one database. On the other hand, that's also good to have separation of concern and put one in the identity things in a separate table. So good. I think it's 11:45. Let's go to the main screen here. So thanks for watching, and especially for assisting me with this this database stuff, Scott. Real great help. That's really what I enjoy in doing these live streams, is that someone else is doing the work and I just type things in as needed. So so I learn a lot from this. I will be back on Thursday for creating the Microsoft sample for the Microsoft repo from Blazor and Office. And yeah, Scott, have a good night, you too. you're almost in the same time zone as I am, so I think even exactly the same. So it's in 12 o'clock almost at my place, and I will be back on Thursday again. See you next time, and thanks for watching.